Is up, viewers of the Daily Discussion. So today I will be talking about President Biden's Supreme Court nominee of Ketanji Brown Jackson. So what are some of my thoughts? I believe she was the most qualified out of the narrowed list of the three women that he put out. And I definitely think she was the most qualified. She was a federal judge on the U.S. Court of Appeals for D.C. She was actually sworn into that in 2021, last year. And some of my policy thoughts, I mean, obviously I don't agree with her. And obviously Biden's going to put a Democrat judge on the Supreme Court, considering Stephen Breyer's retirement, a big Democrat. What is ironic is she did clerk work for Stephen Breyer. His former clerk is now his successor. And here's my thoughts on it too. I think Biden majorly butchered her nomination big time. And here's what I mean by that is he made it all about race. And here's the problem with that. And here's why my personal thoughts of why he did it is it's no secret she's a big Democrat. She's going on the Supreme Court. She was overruled multiple times on her decisions by the left-leaning D.C. Court of Appeals, which is wild, honestly, in itself. But she ruled against President Trump, then President Trump, multiple times. She made multiple people testify in front of Congress, doing basically Nadler's job for him, and then was later overruled by an even more left-leaning Court of Appeals, which I don't think is a good idea to put a completely partisan on the Supreme Court, but that's beside the point because obviously, like I said, he's not going to put an independent or obviously a Republican on the Supreme Court replacing a Democrat. So she's going to replace a Democrat. She's a Democrat. It works out. But here's what I think he majorly butchered with her nomination. And I believe his people did it on purpose because, see, they painted her nomination all about race, where what Biden should have done is, listen, I looked out and I'm picking the most qualified individual, man, woman, whatever race, and went that route. But what he did is he immediately cut off people. He said, I am only going to look at candidates of a African American woman. What the bad thing about that is now you're painting the picture that she isn't the most qualified. She's just the most qualified person in the category that you wanted to put on the Supreme Court. And I think that's terrible. I think he shouldn't have gone that route at all. And I think he butchered it like he butchers everything else. But you can't go that route. And why do I think he went that route? I think he went that route to use it as an attack on Republicans. And hear me out. If Republicans vote, obviously all party lines, and then they'll vote along party lines, etc., maybe except for a few swing voters. But if they all vote along party lines, he will paint the Republican Party as racist, as you're not confirming her for this reason. And I think that's the bigger goal in mind here. I think it's not about, of course it's about putting African American woman on the Supreme Court, but at the same time I think he's using it as a partisan scapegoat to rally and get suburban voters to say, hey, listen, think twice before you vote Republican because they're a bunch of racists. Even though you multiple times you didn't supposedly pick the woman because she was the most qualified. You kind of painted the picture that she was the most qualified in the category that you wanted to pick. And I think that's completely wrong. I think, like I said, how he should have went about it is, I'm picking this individual because they are the best qualified, and this is who I want on my Supreme Court. This is who I want my Supreme Court pick to be, because she's going to impact a lot more people's lives than President Biden, and she's going to impact life for decades, possibly longer than President Biden will. Supreme Court justices are there forever or until they retire. They're not terms like the president or senators, etc. They're on there for life. Guaranteed. and she's going to make an impact on a lot of people. And my total reaction is, I just think, do I think it was a good pick? I don't, because yeah, she was qualified, but in my opinion, I don't get along with her politically. Was it the best of what he could pick? Yes, probably. I'd have to do a little more research on the wide variety of nominees rather than just his short list. His short list, yes, I believe she was the most qualified one. But yeah, so those are my thoughts. Comment down below your thoughts. Hopefully like this video, share this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys all later.